hello, 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 and welcome as it is time for us to begin our Planescape craziness as we enter into the world's last time after defeating the Warworms threat, and especially the epic Warworm that was chasing all the tiny little worms defenseless out into the ocean where they weren't bothering anybody. They came in, defeated that, and ended up having a mighty celebration within Glorium proper. At which point, some boasts may have been made about Simone and what potentially occurred because of that. And at one point, a friendly, innocent Kai led Simone off a ways away where they had a conversation and a departed path of peace before a vicious red dragon showed up and began to barbecue Simone. It's to this that her friends came to aid her, and she is bloodied with 7 HP as we speak, as the deceased Kelly and Naylan had tried to make their way, having been glitched and trying to find their way to our friends, and we're going to be picking up in the midst of all of that insanity. So, to start off, huddled with your friends, the dragon above, red and fiery. Simone, it is your turn.
Let's see here. I am going to please hold. I'm gonna try and cast blindness on it again.
Nice.
I need a 16, yeah.
Let's see it. For a 21.
Yeah. Shoots a puff of smoke out of my finger in PW style, and nothing happens. And then if it's like way above me, right? So it won't get an op attack if I keep hauling ass.
30 feet up there.
Okay. I will use all of my 30 feet of movement to run in the direction that I've been running, which I don't think was productive. I don't think that direction was helpful, to be honest, because I think I passed people, but I was just running. So, okay, 30 feet away, goodbye.
You're 30 feet away. Okay. Okay. Kelly accepts your variant is run to the trouble. Try as you want.
Hold on, before we do that, how close is this thing to the water?
At this point, it would be about 90 feet.
From the water?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is it in the air?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, dragons are not beasts, are they?
Correct.
I don't think they are.
They are dragons. That is their creature type.
Okay. So, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to slightly change this because new information. I just want to make sure this works real quick. Yeah. Okay, so it's 90 feet away from the ocean, and it's in the air at a trajectory of, you said, another 100 feet?
30.
30 feet, I'm sorry. Okay, then yeah, this will work. So what happens is right around the sea, right around the ocean, it's just like bubbles. They're just like forming, and then just outleaps this aquatic creature, and just like coming right out, holding on to a trident. And as she just kind of lands, because she doesn't have feet at the moment, she just plops down on her face and has to get back up as her feet form back, and immediately points her trident at the creature. And from her trident comes a tidal wave, because why not? It's a dex saving throw.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Ooh, that is a natural 1.
Yes,
They're gonna
okay.
fail.
So it will take. It ends up taking 24 bludgeoning from that, and it's knocked prone.
Yes,
unless it's immune to prone. And yeah, so as you can now get a good look at her, she's got like this tiara made of coral reef and looks very similar to variant number 1 Kelly with the elf ears.
Okay, Swallow goes down, 24, and down falls the dragon upon the ground.
And bonus action will be that I'll move closer to it. So I will just do my starlight step 30 feet toward it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it is going to stand up, action disengage, and go 40 feet into the air. It says no.
Darn!
Did it fall in front of any of us, or was
Yeah.
it far away?
It was.
Yeah, but it disengaged.
It action disengaged.
Except I have Sentinel, and that works.
You have
with
that
guards.
narrow. You can use it.
All right.
Sentinel works through disengage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does.
Yeah.
I also
Both
have
have.
Sentinel.
Let's
Combo
go.
team up. Dragon punch. PW, as he sees the dragon like starting to like spring its haunches and like getting ready to like jump back into the sky, he just reaches forward and punches right at its like big meaty dragon thigh. For a 29.
Mine's a 22.
They both hit.
$12 magical bludgeoning.
22 psychic damage.
Nice. It is bloodied, not prone anymore, but definitely right there. And its life is not happy. It regrets its life decisions. Alistair!
No. So at this point, Alistair all of a sudden snaps awake as if he'd been sleepwalking for, a session. Goes, where are we? Wait a minute, what happened to Nayland and Kelly? Where did the trident? What the hell is that? As he sees the dragon. The dragon's on the ground now?
Yes.
Okay. So he sort of sees the dragon, his eyes get wide. What the? And all of a sudden, out of like the sleeves of his cloak, basically a whole bunch of black tentacles come out. And he sort of lurches forward and his hands dive into the ground. And I'm going to cast Everard's black tentacles around the dragon. So that is a DC 16 Dex save.
11.
Cool. So he's going to take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, which is not a great roll. That's only 7 bludgeoning damage, but he is now restrained.
Okay, so advantage comes back for everybody as the tentacles wrap around it. Silver
So you said that the dragon was bloodied?
is bloodied. And the
Silver's gonna
rain
kind of
above because of the tidal wave.
Silver's gonna kind of like do like a ha 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 to get on top of the dragon and be like, does this mean if you're the god of trickery, if we kill you, does that make us god killers? And I'm going to keep on punching him.
Let's go.
Pow! 24 on the first one.
That hits.
Pow!
Remember you have advantage.
15 on the second one.
That will miss. Just hits the scales. Can't get through the flesh.
So that's 7 magical bludgeoning. +3 for Fury of the Small. And I'm going to try to grapple the dragon with my brute force instead of more damage.
Just so Silver knows, she's now entered the Evert's Black Tentacles area. So
Well, when she enters, she has to make the save, right?
yeah, she has to make the save.
Which one is it?
That's it's Dex save, DC 16.
$16.
Excellent. And I think that means you don't have to worry about the bludgeoning damage at all.
I just hop over on the tentacles.
Yep.
Features. Where's brute force? Yeah, it's just contested athletics, I guess. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, 22. I'm wrestling a dragon, you guys!
It is restrained and grappled now. Love it. Patient.
How does it look at this point now? Does it seem like it wants to get away, or is it like wants to keep?
I would say it definitely looks like it just wants to not be here now, right now.
Cool. Unfortunately, it still is. So PW is going to lean forward and just slam it right again in the side of its thigh. For an 18.
That hits.
Ooh. For 27 psychic damage.
Real bad. Anything else?
Bonus action, I'll punch him again. For only a 14.
14 does not make it through the hide.
Okay. And I will continue to be right next to it, poised to continue to give it the worst Charlie horse of its life.
Got it. Naylin.
I believe I was close by because I had been with Simone, so I will move if I have to get into melee right up with it with everybody else. And I will take my funny-looking spear, and I will grab it with 2 hands, and I will boom, 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 do some fancy twirly whatever, and then I'm just gonna stab it.
Nice.
First one is 19.
That hits.
And the second one would be over 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Running with your spear. Ah!
Alrighty, that is a 22 total piercing damage.
Nice.
That's it for me.
How do you want to kill it?
Oh, man. I will. All right, for flavor. No. I'll save it. Okay. I scratch it across the face one time, and then I flip the spear around and go boom, and just straight through the head down into the ground. I skewer it.
Nice. It falls deceased. And what would y'all like to do?
Walk up to that giant dragon.
Simone, are you okay?
Yeah. He came saying that he was the god of trickery, but he's been outmaneuvered, I guess.
To be clear, you just said you blasphemed against the god of trickery. They never claimed to be the god of trickery.
Oh, well.
He was an agent of the god of trickery.
Our bad.
Oh.
What's this dragon made of? Scales?
I mean, other things, but it does have scales on the
I
outside.
want to try to take something from this dragon.
Is dragon meat edible?
You should make a fine cape.
Anything's edible if you try hard enough, Silver.
I try to bite it.
Well, I know that like some
make an effort to.
dragons, like the ones that are particularly like attributed to like poison, you don't want to eat those because like they're made of poison.
He didn't seem to be doing any poison attacks, so I would say that he's probably safe to eat.
You're right.
He could be very hot, though, based on the color.
So he's spicy?
already cooked.
So we have dinner.
And potentially new ingredients.
Is there a tooth available?
I mean, yeah, you want to try to take a tooth? That's
Yeah, I'll
good.
try to take a tooth out.
Yeah, it's easy enough if you want to try to get something.
Okay.
Not too scary.
Take that and I just add it to a necklace I've got going on of different types of probably shark teeth.
Let's see. PW would look for any, if there are any materials that would be useful for blacksmithing materials, e.g. would be like sword armor, making stuff.
Yeah, I'll let you do a survival check.
How heavy is this dragon?
That's a 16 on the survival.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to get 15 dragon teeth, which you could make into a dragon arrows or dragon boats. In addition, if anybody was interested, there is 9 vials of dragon blood.
Ooh, yeah, I want one.
Does it look like it has any sort of smithing purposes, or is it solely an alchemical?
The blood would be more alchemical.
Hand those off.
And as far as food, you do get dragon flesh, about 30 pounds of it.
I'll carry it.
Which basically means you can make dragon steaks.
Steaks are on me tonight!
How old is this specimen of dragon?
Young. About 15 years.
Well, I guess we have something to dine on tonight.
Oh, I'm so sorry, PW. You also get 6 dragon bones that are good for blacksmithing. As
Hooray for
well
bones.
as you get dragon horn. It's more enchanting, though it does take a little bit of crafting to make something as well. Sorry, y'all can continue.
Peter, but also like the crowd reaction, like because we just fought a dragon in the middle of the street, which it's also a smaller dragon, so this might just be a regular Tuesday. But
They couldn't have gather, and they go, "The heroes do it again!" And they're just all your fans.
people still drinking. I'm assuming, like me.
Oh yeah, like they brought their beers with them here.
And I pass out all the dragon steaks. It's like, dragon steaks tonight! Ah!
What?
All right, you're cooking the dragon steaks. I love it.
Have to find an outdoor grill.
A hot rock. A black stone.
Simone, had you ever met that dragon before?
Nope.
Well,
Not that I'm aware
you
of.
won't again.
Yes, I will. And then she'll take a bite of her steak.
We'll try the steak. Is this a sea dragon? Or is it a land dragon or a sky? What kind of dragon am I eating?
A spicy dragon.
Ugh.
It's
It
very
appears
The
on
spicy.
both
sea
land and
dragon.
air.
Meh. And then Simone will open up her mouth and show you chewed up dragon meat.
Yeah,
Sea
it is-
dragon.
It's a red dragon, so it is fire based, so it is very. It's hot.
Kelly will assume you're trying to feed her. It's going to get really disgusting soon if you don't close that mouth.
Well, Simone is a bird.
Well, there we go. A fish and a bird.
Oh boy.
She's gonna put hers in like a bucket of salt water and try to marinate it.
Ultimately, it tastes delicious. Like it is like a delicacy.
Just add a lot of salt.
There you go.
Wow. It's good to see you all.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't know you. I point at Alistair.
Is this how it usually happens? This is the first glitch I've seen.
The glitch? Oh, you mean
At
like
least
what
one that
happened to
was alive.
Simone? Has there been more?
Presumably. I'm not the first of my particular glitch.
Who else died other than Simone?
You, many times.
What? I died?
Multiple times.
I don't
And
think that's
also, well, it is. And also, every time you die, you drag Nayla down with you. So she's also died multiple times, which is very sad.
Naylan.
Oh, so that's a common occurrence. Okay.
Yes, when one of them dies, which it's always been Kelly first, Nayla explodes.
I don't remember ever dying.
Do you remember coming back here?
I have these vague memories of baseball, and then I was trapped under the water because I think me and Tamagotchi must have something happened, and I was suddenly a fish, and I couldn't get out. and I was just stuck there. But then
Well-
apparently I was royalty too, so I'm like queen of the fishes. Or
How is that going so far?
I don't know. I don't remember very much.
I do not see any of your subjects nearby.
Yeah, I don't think I've been out of the water for a while.
But you remember being with this group before.
Vaguely.
So you do have a memory of it. So well, that's interesting. Does that mean that
Oh, I don't remember you, but there was someone else here. I don't remember his name.
you're likely remembering Adric? Is my
Adric. Yes, Adric. And I remember Silver, I think, and Simone, and PW, and Naylan. I have strong feelings about Naylan, and I'm not sure why, but I'm really happy to see you. Naylan? Yes,
Naylan's not here.
Where's Naylan?
Naylan has fucked off. She's
Oh,
actually
Naylan.
probably celebrating and drinking and probably making out with a stranger.
Oh, never mind. So Naylan's gone too. Naylan's dead too?
No. Like
You
I
always
said, when
die
you're
together.
dead, she's dead.
I don't see her.
Well, then she's just somewhere else, because if you're here, then she is here somewhere.
I believe she was the one who stabbed the large lizard through the head at the end. So she's around somewhere. I assume.
Maybe
I'd
she's
be-
stuck in the water like I was. I can teach her how to swim.
But Kelly, it has been like 2 years since you were here last.
Really? I thought
It's
it had
been way
10.
over a year.
It was like
Yeah,
20.
it's been way over a year.
I feel like I have another family now. They are under the sea. It's wetter there.
Did any of
Better.
them sound or look like us?
One of them. Actually, they didn't sound anything like you now that I think about it. We need to find Naylan. Naylan!
I believe I can see her exchanging mouth nutrients with that stranger over there.
Simone, you can feed me your meat now.
Oh, I swallowed it.
Oh.
Well, I will say that there's a new tradition in the group.
Oh no.
Whenever someone comes, we started making sure that we are bound to this earth in some way or form. So we've been consuming earth as a rite of passage to make sure that we are one with this planet, even though our time here seems to be temporary.
Makes sense.
So-
And she takes out a crab and bites its head off and just is chewing it while you're talking.
So have some dirt, Kelly.
Oh, I've got some with me actually. Do you want
Is it
any of
from
mine?
the ground here?
Well, it's from the ocean.
Oh, well, you need fresh dirt from the ground here that we walk upon.
I don't like land dirt.
Well, then, I guess you won't be part of the club. And then Simone will pull off a leg of Kelly's crab and eat it.
I just take out some coral and hand that over. You can try this.
Crunchy.
It's how we make our weapons. And I show my trident, which is also made of coral. I guess we
No
should go
purpose.
get Nayland.
Silver's
She's-
also in the crowd of people, and she is sloshed right now. I rolled an 11 on my con.
Oh, okay.
So I think she's pretty drunk.
Yeah.
You'll have been buying you drinks because you're the dragon puncher.
I'm going to go get something to drink too. I'll just ask for like a pint of seawater.
You're directed to the docks with a cup.
Thank you.
I'll go get you some seawater, Kelly.
I got it.
Curses.
Also, while we were, engaged in dragon butchery, did that dragon actually like have any personal effects or items? I feel like we just tried to eat them, and that was about it.
They did not have anything on them, no.
Cool.
Other than there is a symbol that it wore kind of attached to its scales.
Were we able to remove that prior to deep frying those scales, or pull it off to see if anyone? We'll throw it to Alistair probably first. Alistair, is the symbol in any way familiar to you?
Given this is the first dragon I've ever seen, it might be a long shot, but I'll take a look. He's proficient in religion.
Interesting. Yeah, give me a religion check then.
Okay. Let's see. You were rolling good earlier. So 1 on the die. So that's a nat 1. So he looks at it, kind of spins it around upside down, spins it around upside down again. I can say with the utmost certainty, PW, that I have never seen this symbol before in my life. And hands it back.
Illuminating.
Well, it's important to know what you don't know as much as it is to know what you know. So it is a data point.
Generally, I found it as just helpful to know.
Alistair shrugs. He goes back to jotting down notes in his notebook.
I will go find Simone and say, let's go say hello to Naylan. I'm going to bring her some seawater.
Okay. Do you think that she'll eat the dirt?
She might. She seems to be land-based.
All right. And Simone will scoop up and like a little pinch of dirt.
I'll go with you. I'm just kind of walking up. I don't know what Naylan's doing.
Crowd surfing.
Oh, gosh. Naylan!
Oh, hey, guys! Oh my god, this place is amazing! You say you're a dragon slayer and people buy you drinks? You could kiss anybody you want?
Really? I am a dragon slayer.
Hey!
I brought you some seawater.
Okay!
If you want to try it.
Sure. What'd
I
you do?
also brought you some dirt.
Hell yeah!
Awesome. Well, if you like the seawater, you might be a fish like me.
I'm drinking your seawater. You look different.
You too. You look happier.
We can't die. It's amazing.
Wait, you died?
Well, you died.
I don't remember dying, Naylan.
You exploded in
No.
front of all of our faces.
I remember I was having an argument and then I was banished to the ocean. I thought you all sent me there for the longest time.
No.
Yeah, but I learned to live with it, and I have the fish family now, and that's pretty cool. I talk to them now. They talk back.
It's cool that you remember. I only have flashes, bits and pieces.
I don't remember everything. Just, I think, big things. Like, I remember Simone dying. I remember arguments. I remember certain fights. But that's about it. And then I remember you, but it's weird because I feel like a part of me didn't like you, but I don't feel that way.
Great.
Oh, I
Well-
also... Go ahead.
You guys kind of bickered a lot, but I think that ultimately we were all going towards the same goal. So I think now that you are back and we are all back, and she'll grab one of each of your hands and say, I think if you guys can work hard to communicate how you're going to do the things that you want to do, which again, we usually have the same goal in mind, that you guys could be friends this time. And then she'll put your guys' hands together and hold your hands together while she like holds her little hands on the outside.
I feel like we already were, because I have this thing here, and she takes up this... It's an old box called Jenga, and it's been heavily corroded by the ocean. And I remember playing this, and I remember you would stay up at night and play it with me.
That does sound kind of familiar. I'll be honest with you, though. I can't remember a whole lot right now. And I also think I couldn't hate anybody right now if I tried. Maybe we have this talk again tomorrow morning.
Well,
So
where
you
I'm
should
from-
promise to stay friends.
Yes. In fact, we will bond it the way that we of the sea do. In the ocean, we have a ritual where we all hold hands and we dive and go all the way to the sea bottom, and we touch hands upon the earth, and then we go all the way back up.
How far is the sea bottom from here?
I don't know.
Screw it. I'll hold my breath. Let's do it.
Okay. Come on, Simone.
Oh, I can't do that because I'm not a person of the sea. Sorry.
I grab your hand. Come on, Simone.
I resist. I will simply not be doing that. I only partake in customs of the land, so you should know what that's like, right?
Why don't you want to know what it's like in the water?
Simone, we'll eat your dirt. Just come. Come on. We'll eat your dirt. Come on.
I don't know, Kelly. Are you gonna eat my dirt?
I'll eat your dirt if you come with me all the way to the seafloor.
Nah, I'm good. Thank you. She'll start walking away.
Oh man, I don't think she likes me.
Aelin looks at you and her pupils are blown.
Aelin, I don't know if you should do this.
Do what?
Okay, can I bring you back to the group so we can get you situated?
Yeah. Well, sure.
Okay.
When Aelin gets back to the group, she doesn't recognize Alistair. And so she goes, "Hey, I slayed the dragon. Did you know that?" And then she tries to kiss you.
Pardon me, miss. Yes, I saw. Quite impressive. Nayland. Yeah, you're the new Nayland. Yes, yes.
Oh, you know me, of course. Everybody here does.
Yes, I suppose so. Yes.
You should buy her a drink.
And I guess if you would like a drink, I'm not used to gatherings like this. I don't really know what the etiquette is.
Where's Adric? I want to show him my new spear.
And Alistair sort of goes, and he puts his finger along the scar on his neck. Adric, I'm afraid, died. I am him, kind of. I am the next version of him. Or something along those lines. I have not quite figured it out yet.
Well, that's heavy.
Yes, it feels like a lot to live up to be honest with you. My name's Alistair.
Nice to meet you, Alistair. My name is Nayland.
Nice to meet you. You knew Adric, so you also have been in the group before.
Yeah.
So variants come back.
Guess so.
And something that deep in the back of Alistair's mind clicks. Okay.
Do you think if
It's a
we
new
killed
data.
you enough times, we could get Adric back?
You know, Alistair,
I don't know.
I
don't-
can take you to the seafloor.
I am fairly certain that would be a way to kill me, if that is what you all you know.
Yeah, we're gonna
No.
go commune our souls or something.
At the seafloor.
At the sea. I don't know. It's Kelly's idea.
It's rather peaceful down there.
It really is.
But I also don't have blood rich with nitrogen that will lead to issues.
Right. I mean, even if we survive, the bends would not be fun on the way back up.
Yes, you could get decompression sickness. I look at the camera.
Silver comes back with a giant keg of mead, and she's just like there's a hole in the top of it, and she's just slowly sipping at it because it's full for some reason. She's like, some guy just said congratulations and gave this to me. You guys gotta taste it. They call it mead.
I'll try some. I grab, if you offer it, to take a... I just kind of tilt it up some to drink some of it, and then bring it back down. Oh, they use fresh water.
They make it by fermenting honey. And sometimes they add fruit and spices in it. And it's just real good.
Does anybody want to go to the seafloor with me?
I will join you.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go!
Okay, Silver. But only if you promise you can handle it.
Yeah! Silver puts up her hood and falls face first into the water. Just complete face plants. But her
Guys,
hood's up.
I don't know if this is a good idea with Silver because she seems drunk.
Oh, I can turn into animals.
Her cloak will also, hopefully, shield her from the consequences of her actions.
It seems to have done so before, yes.
But all the animals I turn into they can also grow fishtails.
If the creature was already a fish, would it gain an additional tail?
No. But I could become like a giant eagle and plunge into the water, and I would grow a long tail.
Silver kind of floats there. He's like, you could transform into a lion and you'd be a catfish.
I would. I think it's because of Tamagotchi.
Did you and Tamagotchi become one?
I think something happened because I'm not what I used to be.
So what did you used to be? I don't know who Tamagotchi is.
Oh, well, I was just an elf, and not that there's anything wrong with being an elf. I enjoyed being an elf, but now I'm like also able to. I'm kind of like a fish elf, or an elf fish.
Felf.
A felf.
Designation noted.
And Tamagotchi was...
Oh, Tamagotchi was my friend who would become random things and then attack people. So, for instance, I could like bite people now, and my teeth get real sharp.
That does sound similar to an ability you had before. Nothing stopped you from biting people.
That's true. But I didn't used to be able to breathe underwater, and now, well, yeah, that whole, pressure thing about the ocean, I didn't realize that I had to slowly build a tolerance before coming back to the surface, so I just figured I was trapped down there. And so I spent a really long time just being trapped in the ocean. So I would just kind of pass out, and then I'd float back down and try to get out again, and then I'd pass out. They were tough times.
If we were gone for so long, does that mean that there were, like, others of us before we came back?
Yeah, why didn't you all look for us?
Naylan, you were an old woman. Kelly, you were a flying, smaller woman.
Pixie. She was very, very keen on always reminding us that she was a pixie.
You were also another older woman, Neelan. And then Kelly was... PW, you may describe her.
Warrior
Left
Kelly.
me her babies.
She had babies?
She had babies with you?
No,
We created
no,
some orphans. You know the story.
She adopted some orphans, and then when she died, they became my baby orphans.
To clarify, I believe I knew one previous version of each of you, but my understanding is there was also a previous version before that was not either of you. So I believe the others have met other versions of each of you.
Well,
if I have my math right.
I mean, you all must have found out all sorts of stuff since then. Like, remember that time that we went into some type of tunnel and I remembered something from my past? You've probably unlocked all sorts of things since then, right? You guys have probably made amazing progress.
No.
Progress to what?
We have hired 3 guards.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
Wait, but so if we went somewhere after we died, that must mean that the others of us are somewhere right now. We should go look for them.
I don't know them.
Don't you want to know
Or
them?
there are no others.
say that in different words, PW.
I do not know that there are more of me.
We could find out.
Yeah.
PW's eyes narrow. We could.
I mean, you'd probably rust at the bottom of the ocean.
A spurious accusation. He looks at his arms. I keep myself in fine condition. Rust will not be a problem.
I mean, one of the previous Nalans mentioned being, I believe, from a place called the Astral.
I'm from there too. That's
Me
not
too.
different.
Well, interesting. You have that in common. My understanding I've come to is that I am from a very different place than Adric is.
Yeah, you look different than Adric. I wouldn't even know you were Adric.
I believe he points the scar on his neck. I believe it was told that this was the main common feature,
Oh.
which is interesting since it is obviously something that happened to us. I don't know how he got his.
Do you dance?
No, I mean, I believe I had to take some ballroom dancing at some point. I don't think I was particularly good at it.
Adric and I danced once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Adric. I knew Adric was a warrior, a fighter. I did not know that he danced as well.
Oh, he was very musically inclined. He would always hear music.
Do you hear music?
And his eyes sort of get wide. I do not hear music. I hear other things. That's right. I guess neither. It's easier to just, and he'll do the mind link with both of you in sequence so that you hear the voices in his head. You hear the gone in his head, and then he shuts it off. That's what I hear.
Naylin throws up.
Oh dear. To be fair, that was my first reaction as well when it first started happening, I believe. We get used to it after a while. But no, I music would be nice. I don't hear music.
In the ocean, sounds are so compressed, so it's very weird for me to hear like this again.
Mm.
I'm so used
Yes,
to
it would be.
things being echoey.
Mhm.
PW is mopping up vomit.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I got out. I just came here.
My understanding from most of us is that we do not know. Although most of us have lapses in our memory, we particularly don't know what was happening right before we. I mean, I guess the mortuary, right? Did both of you wake up in the mortuary with the rest? Yes. Okay. Evidently, there was very little memory of what happened before then. I don't know if any of us know really what happened before that, and I don't have any memory of what I was doing, particularly before waking up in the barracks, where they all found me.
Oh.
The only real, other than flashes of memory and some nightmares, is he pulls out. I have like a business card, evidently. No.
Simone,
Show it to you.
what happened to your eye?
Oh, I cut it out.
Naylin throws up.
Why did you cut out your
dear.
eye?
I was offered a deal that I couldn't refuse.
Hmm.
Alistair will cast Calm Emotions on Naylin. Has no idea if that'll help with stomach issues, but he's going to do it anyways. Like, maybe this will help, just to relax a bit. I don't know.
think maybe
You
I was just
know-
feeling a little overwhelmed.
It's a lot.
Adric had a little rock that did a similar effect. I don't know if you got it when,
I mean, this, I think when we first met, I showed, he pulls out the rock that has the little crow on it. You talking about
No,
this?
no.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
There was
sorry.
another little pebble. It was a sensory stone. But if you concentrate on it, you'll be able to feel the way that I felt when I was when I realized that we were really good friends, and it really calmed me down.
Alistair will go looking through his pockets, and
Simone
Sure.
will help you look through your pockets.
it's a big robe. Simone just crawls into one of the pockets, and we'll go ahead and say that you find it.
All right.
Go ahead
Can I
and say
keep
you find it.
this?
Yes, I mean it sounds like it has. I may ask at some point to use it. I've never heard of a sensory stone. That sounds fascinating, but certainly since this was something between you and Adric, I think you should hang on to it.
Well, here, I'll show you. And then she'll put it like in your hands and then close your hands over it. Okay, now close your eyes. And listen to it with your heart. And then you just like feel a sense of relaxation as if you've been like accepted by a friend.
I think you see him. He sort of has this very studious, serious, sort of focused look on his face. And you see that start to slowly change. And his shoulders sag a little bit. Like he sort of, as if a lot of tension that's just always there is all of a sudden not there. And he seems kind of lost in it. And I think you see just sort of a little bit of moistening around the eyes. And he opens his eyes when he's done. And he opens his hands and looks at the stone. And gives it back to Simone. Thank you. I don't think I've felt anything like that in a very long time.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Alistair, even though you're different than my last friend, I still feel like this when I see you.
He looks full on, actually confused by that. And goes, "That's lovely. And he just kind of gets quiet.
Alistair, I just realized you would notice this. On Kelly's necklace that has so many teeth on it, there's also a little trinket that looks like it has a sea creature with tentacles on it.
Okay.
And it occurred to me that you might know that if you saw that.
Okay. Is it just like an octopus or a squid or something more?
Like a gigantic octopus with
Right.
strange details.
Right. Okay.
Salem feels really moved by what just happened, and she doesn't want to cry, so she's gonna jump in the water with Silver so nobody can see that her face is wet.
We're going swimming.
But I know that Silver has a cloak that lets her deal with this. Does Naylan have anything that helps her deal with being face down in water? Is that
Holding my breath. Don't worry about me. I can't die.
I'll make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Yes, the power of strong emotions.
I'm just gonna go under the water.
Nayland and Silver are slowly sinking, holding hands.
I grabbed him and pulled him back up.
Amazing.
Every now and then I pull on their leg.
Also, PW is going to glance at you both as he's mopping up the rest of Nayland's vomit. Just like, it's kids.
Yes. Right.
Alistair, do you believe you may have a use for this dragon's blood? You want to like shove some of the dragon's blood vials in your direction?
I don't. I don't know. I guess I could take some.
They are probably filled with science.
I mean, I say it'd be interesting to analyze later. I guess certainly I will take them if it makes sense for us to hold on to them. I don't. What else? Above board, Alistair has no alchemy abilities, so I don't actually know there's anything he can do with them, but he'll hold on to them.
Thank you to the sea gods for not taking my friends.
So when PW is finished mopping, finally he will hop in the water.
Simone stays on the beach making sandcastles.
I think Alistair probably also stays on the beach.
Kelly will become a bear with a giant mermaid fluke tail.
That's like no fish I've ever seen. I guess she can just... Alistair opens his notebook and starts taking notes. Simone. As Alistair's just sitting with her on the beach.
Yeah.
Nayland keeps saying we're immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Are they as you remember them, Kelly and Nayland? I mean, it sounds like Kelly is different, but perhaps this Nayland.
Well, I will say that they seem physically similar. They seem to have some sort of memory of what happened to them or before they died also. But I don't really know. And she'll start making like a little moat around like a giant pile of sand just while she's talking to you. So I'm not really sure how to answer that question because they're similar for certain, but I don't know if they're all there.
So, Alistair's just been putting a few things together. So there's potentially been 2 years or 1 to 2 years since these versions were here. We don't have good memories of our lives before this situation. Is it possible that Nayland woke up with you in the mortuary? She later died, and she went back and more time passed in her, we'll call it for lack of anything else, her home world, her home reality, and then she was pulled back here again.
Maybe that is possible, I guess. I will say that Kelly seems to think that she was somewhere else, and she doesn't. She's different than the first Kelly. They're not exactly the same, though she does have some of that Kelly's memories. She doesn't have her pet that she had. She also seems to have a different demeanor. She doesn't seem so... and then a crab will walk by. Crabby. And also, her and Nayland seem to be getting on a bit better also, which they didn't before.
Though that could be, again, that things happened to them. That seems to indicate that things did happen to them in between their two presences in this party. It just makes me wonder.
Yeah, I would say that, for what I know, and that's not really a lot sometimes, it seems like almost anything is possible here. And so I don't even know if it is that we will return or that it was just a chance.
Don't have enough data to truly draw good conclusions, but I feel like every new piece of data we get changes the rules on us.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. It makes me wonder if Adric's gonna come back at some point, but I don't know. I feel like I'm okay if he doesn't, but I wonder if he would remember me. And I don't know if he would. And if he doesn't, then I somehow feel like that would be more painful than if I never saw him again.
I don't know. I really don't know. I was wondering if he is out there in his own reality again. I can't speak for him. I feel as though my connection, the more I learn, the more my connection, I can't figure out what my connection with him is. But
You might not have one, to be honest. I don't feel anything about any of the people I am, I guess. But they died a few times before this version came back. And also
Right.
They have something weird where if they die, the other one dies. Well, at least if Kelly dies first anyway. Nayland dies. So I don't really know, because that hasn't happened to anybody else. So who's to say that they're not only back just because they have that weird connection and that we might never see each other again?
Well, for what it's worth, I can't imagine forgetting you having met you. Quite memorable. Oh dear, that was not my intent. That's not my intention. I'm sorry. He panics a little bit, and he's going to minor illusion a set of little crow soldiers on the castle that she's building.
She'll wipe away some tears. I appreciate that. Though I will say, Alistair, I haven't really talked about this with anybody else. I feel like I'm getting old. And I'm kind of scared about it. Because I don't feel like I'm supposed to be getting old. And something that Californ was saying kind of stuck out to me, where she felt like she wasn't supposed to be a pixie. I sometimes feel like I'm not supposed to be like this. And I don't know what's going to happen if something happens to me. But I guess we'll find out.
Yes, I mean, again, I'm not sure, but if there's any other thoughts you have like that, please feel free to talk with me about them. I do. So I have not talked much about this either. The scar on my neck. I've been thinking about it because it seems to be the one thing that Patrick and I had in common, and I don't know how he got his. But I have a notion of how I got mine. I did something I was not supposed to do. And let's just say it's the reason that I don't have a lot of control over myself anymore whenever we're in stressful situations.
Do you think that not having control is a bad thing? Because from what I've seen, it's been quite helpful, and you haven't done anything bad.
No, that is true, and I think that it keeps me alive, but I think it keeps me alive because something else wants me alive. And that's a disconcerting thought. But I do know that I made a choice to do that. And it heavily altered me.
I see.
And if you are not certain that you are supposed to be as you are, and if Californ was not certain she should be, I'm just wondering if there is something that connects us all. And it has to do with... like it's right there and I can't get my mind around it.
Well, I'm sure there's something, or else we wouldn't have all appeared together, I suppose.
That is true. There must be something that's keeping us tied to each other.
It could be our friendship.
I would like that.
Me too.
How long have they been down there? Should we...
Kelly has come up as a bear, and just as a bear, she's acting as a raft for Nayland and maybe Silver as they're probably passing out. And then she just does a barrel roll to wake them up.
Silver is definitely asleep.
Not no more.
I swear I was up the whole time.
And I just become my old self again, and I just kind of help get them onto the pier.
I was having such a good dream.
Did we do it? Did we commune at the bottom of the ocean, at the floor, and did we eat the dirt, and now we're sisters forever?
No.
Should we meet Ukatoa?
But I can help you become a mermaid if you'd like.
What do I have to do?
I just have to bite you. I don't know. I don't know how to turn people into mermaids.
No.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
going.
you do.
I do? I guess I do.
Yeah, you should try biting her.
Simone, do you want to be a mermaid?
I mean,
I reach for Simone.
no. Shit.
Tentacle comes out of Alistair's chest and bats Kelly's hand away from Simone.
A tentacle?
Yeah, it does. The shield spell doesn't work that way, but just for flavor, a tentacle comes out and bats her hand away.
So does it look like a tentacle?
Yeah, it's the same thing when his shield goes off. A long
Her
black tentacle.
eyes go wide.
And Alistair goes,
You.
"Do not come out when that."
God of the ocean.
You're a missionary of the ocean. Do you know the
No,
great sea gods?
I'm pretty
Speak
certain
to me.
I'm just a professor.
I call upon all the sea gods. Poseidon,
Which sea gods?
Cthulhu,
I've heard of Poseidon.
Ukatoa, all of you. Speak to me now through the sea missionary.
PW walks on shore. That's the. What am I interrupting?
I'm
We're
not
communing
sure.
with Ukatoa.
I've discovered another similarity between the Kellys. They all seem to have really weird ideas about what I am.
Does this
She was
Ukatoa
gonna
have
bite.
a job?
I wasn't going to bite. I saw a tentacle.
She was gonna bite, and we said that biting is not okay. You cannot bite your friends.
I wasn't going to bite you.
Did we say that?
But I do feel the urge to do something like that. Maybe there's someone on the pier I can lure into the sea. Is there anyone on the pier I can lure into the sea?
Everyone's giving you a wide berth since you sort of that strange.
I just feel compelled
That's
to
probably me.
sing to someone and
Apologies.
bring them into the ocean. No one else feels that?
You seem to be an odd amalgamation of several different myths and legends around sea people. I'm
I know.
Alistair sort of saying, it's that's like a siren. I didn't think you were a siren. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't know. This is my
I
first
don't-
time dealing with all of this, so I only have apocryphal information to go on.
Well, you are the sea missionary.
I don't think that's the case, but I don't know.
Guys,
So
Yes.
did we ever calibrate our Mimir to Glorium?
no, I
No,
actually have the Mimir with me.
But Kelly has the okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who's got the Mimir.
It's in my inventory for some
Oh,
reason.
okay.
I don't know.
I think it's in my inventory too. That's the I might have several of them at this point.
How about we take a nice long nap and then we go do that
Okay.
in the morning? As
Alright.
if the god of trickery doesn't come and try to eat us in our sleep.
Okay.
I will.
I'm just going to float down a little bit and I'll be back later. Good night.
PW
night.
is checking the crowd to see if there's any what look to be members of aquatic races that we could steer towards Kelly at this moment. Her desire to take someone to the sea. See any sea people around.
Yeah, there's definitely some sea elves and no types.
I will try to nudge Murray Kelly towards those. Like, hey, those appear to be eligible males.
Go. There's a whole party. There's like 6 that jump in. They start swimming around. Hi! Oh, all right. So everyone going down for their long rest.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Finally, my exhaustion will be done.
All right.
Apparently, the real friends were the Mimirs we all made along the way. That's the
Okay, in that case, Simone, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh.
Did we get the long rest or no?
In a moment, we'll see.
Uh-oh, I pushed the button already.
I quit. I quit this game. I quit this court. I'm leaving. I got a nat one. For a 9. For a 9.
Amazing. Okay.
Don't sound so chipper.
I'm just waiting for the music to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
A creepy
I
little
just-
girl is gonna
I-
come out of the woods.
I just went ahead and took that 4th level spell slot away from myself again. Just it's the only resource I used.
Ooh, sorry.
I will. Okay. Yeah, you have a long rest. You wake up. I will message you what has happened to you. It is
Ooh.
fine.
Ooh.
Secrets. Whispers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But you all wake up.
Yeah.
And you have your long rest.
Preparing spells. So much fun.
Oh, my head. I feel like a giant just slept on my face, and not in the good way.
No?
PW is going to gesture towards the giant-sized empty keg of mead that's nearby to you, Silver.
Did anyone
You
else?
had some assistance.
Did anyone else wake up chewing on elf fingers? No, just me. Okay.
No, I did. My nightmares were much more aquatic in nature, though. That was a new one.
Maybe you are a missionary of the sea.
Oh, I doubt that. I mean, you've had the nightmare about not having prepared for the test until the day of, right? Well, that happened, and yet the classroom was underwater at the same time, so it was strange.
That's a good point. I can now help you all breathe underwater, though. Isn't that good news?
Extremely.
It could be very useful.
I
Yes.
can already do that.
I just had to suck in enough oxygen.
Where's Nayland and Simone?
Naylin, I think, had gotten she has her like half long rest thing, so she had gotten up early, and I think she had went around and gone shopping. And Matt, could that have been the time where I went and stocked up on my
Yes.
stuff? Okay, beautiful.
Yes, you find all these insane weapon makers and
Great.
armors.
I'll stroll back with an arm full. I've got let's see, an arm full of these really meticulously made, beautiful little daggers. And also I have 2 small bottles of more of the mead that Silver had been drinking last night. And I'm like, "Hey kids, how we feeling?" And I take a little sip of mine, and I'll pass one to Silver, and I'll be like, "I think this will help you this morning."
Oh,
Hair of the
God.
hound.
Yes.
I think you two should not do that so much.
No. This one's on purpose. You taper it down slow, and it cures the hangover.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, where is Simone?
Where's Simone? Yes.
Oh, I'm here. I kind of slept in a little bit. Sorry.
Well,
No
I can
worries.
get you some food if you'd like. I noticed you like the crab. I can get other things like shrimp.
Ooh. Sure.
All right, I
do
dive
like shrimps.
to grab a
Kinda like
handful of
bugs.
shrimp. Bring them back up.
I
Put them on
just,
the deck.
I distinctly remember something about getting clams and oysters.
Do you want some?
Not right now, but it's just a memory I got. Swimming for clams and oysters.
Tell me, Silver, have you always had that cloak?
Yeah. Some druid guy gave it to me.
Oh.
I can't remember his name though. But like, I met him somewhere. And he gave it to me.
Do you think that you used it before all of this? That it was...
Yeah. Like, I remember living near the ocean, which probably explains what the diving for clams and oysters. And there were pirates.
Oh.
Pirates. We had to pay a fee. There were a bunch of assholes, too.
Interesting.
Paying some kind of tithe to some wood king or something like that.
Wood king. Interesting.
Do they have shops here?
Yeah.
Can you take me?
Just as soon as I get some food into me.
Okay, and I dive down, get some more shrimp, bring them up, and just put them on the pier while I'm still off in the water.
I put them all like on a stick and make a kebab. Silver's not down for ceviche in the morning.
Meat and shrimp in the morning.
There you go. All right. Anything particular you're looking for in the shops?
Just curious what kind of weapons they have here. Do they have like coral-based weapons?
Yeah, they do have some weapons out of coral. Which would mean there'd be twice the price as in the player's handbook, and all have the light property.
Ooh.
Do they have things that ordinarily aren't light but are categorized light?
So they have they have coral tridents.
I have one of those.
You have a coral trident.
Yeah, I'm just. Would they be able to do any work on it?
Well, yeah. What are you trying to get?
See if they can add like a, I don't know, make it a +1 weapon or do something like that.
No, so they can't. They're not enchanting any of the weapons.
Oh,
they have core weapons, and any core weapon they have has the light property.
Okay, never mind.
That's the advantage of it being made out of coral. So if they made a coral trident, it would be light.
Yeah. Oh wait. So, just so I understand, a light weapon, does that use dex?
No, that would be a
Finesse.
Finesse. But it
goes
was
far up a throne, I believe.
Oh, it has a throne. Okay, I got you.
Light is what you would need to dual wield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So things that they don't carry would be heavy, but they have a lot of normal weapons that are not heavy that have light.
All right. So since I already have that, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep what I got.
I imagine Naylin might have come with Kelly because she had been shopping through the weapon places this morning. And she's looking over your shoulder and she's like, you know, with enough time, PW might be able to work that for you in the forge.
Well, you mean my weapon?
Maybe. I don't know what enhancements he can do, but you could ask him.
Well, it's worth a shot. I mean, I don't usually use this for fighting anything above the water, so I think it might be useful to make it a little more powerful. But it does some really cool stuff. It has a magical quality. I can make big creatures submit to my will. Not all the time, but once a day.
Do they have to be creatures?
Beasts.
Like, would it work on me?
You're not a beast.
Alright. Could be more impressive.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I've never had a reason to. I mean, I don't encounter a lot of elves anymore. You're the first elf I've spoken to since I spoke to you last. It was really weird down there, Naylin. I don't know what it was like for you, but it was dark, and I was lucky to find people when I did that, you know, took me in. They taught me how to swim. They taught me some cool magic tricks. And I can control water stuff now. And then I think they made me royalty.
Sounds like it was lonely in the beginning.
Well, yeah. It was pretty terrible. I mean, one moment I was just having an argument about baseball, and then suddenly I'm in a dark, weird place in the water, and I don't know which way to go, and I'm trying to swim, and then I pass out. And then there were the things you had to run away from. That's really what taught me how to swim. But they took me in. They taught me about the great gods of the sea, and that's how I got my magic. What about you? Where did you go?
Naylin, hold on, let me actually get my facts straight. I had it in my head and then I lost it. Naylin sort of runs her hand over like an engraving on the side of her spear that she carries. If PW were here, he might notice it as like the signature that like a forge would put on it. It's the picture of like a sunflower and there's a hammer behind it. And she's like, I don't remember a whole lot, just flashes. But it felt safe. And I was with a friend, I think.
A friend?
Yeah.
Which friend?
I don't know. Kale-trim was his name.
Kale-trim?
Yeah.
Well, it was good to have someone to talk to, I'm sure.
Something like what happened to you is not going to happen again. I won't let it, okay?
I don't think we can stop it, Naylin. But the good news is, if I do get trapped there again, I know how to get out now.
I mean before that.
What do you mean?
You walked off and got hurt when we weren't with you. You won't be alone again.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Thanks for telling me about the weapon, though. I don't know where I got all this money from, but I guess another version of me got it.
Oh my god, me too. My pockets were stuffed. I spent a lot of it this morning though. But they have some really cool stuff here. This place, I'm gonna be sad to go. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel a lot stronger now too. Like, and I kind of just grab a part of the desk and rip it off.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't used to be able to do that. I guess it's all that pressure from being basically under the water, you know? You got all that pressure on you and you're becoming strong because it's making your muscles stronger.
I wish that same thing happened in space.
Yeah, that would be cool. But it was weird because I think I finally had a family again, and then suddenly I was here.
I feel like I know what you mean.
Anyway, I guess I'll just hold on to my money and unless they have no, they don't have any magical stuff. Never mind. So yeah, I'll just hold on to this.
Yeah, and we'll ask him. And we'll see what PW says.
All right. Then, for the moment, we're going to go ahead and take our break, and we will come back.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Alrighty, here. Let's do this.
Oh, Matt. Is there coral armor?
There is.
Would that replace the metal trait?
Yeah, the core armor ultimately is it basically be the same, just not made of metal.
Okay, so if I got like a breastplate, it would be just twice the price, but it would be coral instead of metal, right?
Right.
Okay, that's what I want to buy then.
Got it. Alrighty. So I know we were going to look for PW.
The search for PW.
Stealth check.
Oh no. Well, I have a high perception.
Jokingly, PW would be findable.
PW.
Yes, Kelly.
I have a magical trident that my adoptive mermaid or merman father or whoever gave me, and I need to know, are you able to make this? Could you add like there's something called a catch pole? Would you be able to add a catch pole to it?
You desire a net to catch land people. I enjoy the irony in this depiction.
Not exactly. I don't know if it's magical or not. That's why. So Matt, in Valda's, there's a catch pole you can add to a trident that increases damage from 1d6 to 1d8. But I'm assuming that's a magical attunement. It's on the page 83.
Okay.
Because I think it's class based for the weaponsmith.
If it's above the weapons, called it's probably exotic, and you need to have proficiency with exotic weapons to wield it.
Okay, never mind. Can you are you able to make it so that I can hit a little easier with this magical trident of the sea?
I could potentially make it at least one distance unit easier to strike.
That would be amazing. How much material do you need?
I will attempt to do so upon a return to the tower. I have some materials on hand.
Well, I mean, since we're here, I guess I could stock up the store and just kind of make sure we have everything everybody needs.
I have unfortunate news. A previous version of you was incapable of reading, and I believe that the logs may have been irreparably damaged. I have hesitated to look.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But it should be possible.
Yes. Incidentally, what you were looking at wasn't. It was there. It was a feature that applies to a catch pole and to a trident.
Oh.
To make a catch
So
pole.
it adds a trident to a catch pole instead of
no. Catch pole was a separate weapon from a trident.
Oh.
And it was saying if you If you mess with a catch pole, you do the following, and if you mess with a trident, you do the following. It just was listing the two weapons with a comma to say that this following sentence applies to these two weapons, not that it would become one weapon.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. And that's all under like the master weapon people, right?
Craftsman.
The craftsman.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. We'll just work on what we can.
I think I will try to integrate these young dragon bones.
Could you add a yellow flower?
If I must.
World's shortest cable is working. I will go get you a new cable.
I hear art department whispers.
Everyone goes quiet. What you saying?
Look, I only have 2 Shoggoths we could put on the board.
If you would like to buy a catch pole here, you may. It's just a martial melee weapon.
So if all right.
It would
So
just be a
if
catch
I
pole.
One.
Be a catch pole.
so it's a catch pole. So
Catch
okay,
pole
so the separate
has-
weapon.
Yes, the separate weapon is reach. It's two-handed.
Okay, so yeah. So I think trident's 2 weapons too, are 2-handed. So I think that's okay, cool. Yeah, it is a 2-handed weapon, a trident. And the only reason I'm picking a trident is it's thematic. It may not be the most
Okay.
economically sound choice.
Well, and as we learned, it doesn't suffer disadvantage when fighting underwater, so clearly it's the move to make.
Yes. If you wanted to get catch pole, that's the way. If you hit a creature, you can choose to not deal damage and instead grapple them with an athletics check.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can do it, and so because it has reach, you can do it at reach.
But I'd have to give up the trident to use it.
You'd not use the trident that turn, so you can buy separately a catch pole.
Okay.
And if you have the I'd
Yeah,
like to
you know
use my-
what? Yeah, let's buy it. How
I'll just
much
take
is it?
that instead,
I
like
don't-
the 15 gold.
15 gold? That's it? Okay. Yeah. I'll buy a catch pole.
Since we're asking about it. Yep.
And that is the coral version, right?
Yes, it would have the light property. And then as long as you just need proficiency in martial melee weapons. So if you have that, you're good to go.
Oh, I do not.
And I can't tell you.
Never mind. I will return my gold.
If I have proficiency in martial weapons, could I conceivably, during our next bout of downtime in the castle, start training Kelly in using the catch pole?
We can use downtime rolls to get the proficiency for catch pole specifically.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do that?
Sure, I will remove 15 gold.
This entire exchange has aged me like 30 years.
I understand. I was just thinking like this was
Pole is banned from my vocabulary.
just like one of those meetings could have been an email. I was just felt so bad.
Like, I love it. I'm so glad that we had it. I'm totally not complaining. I'm just like, fucking hell. Nebula is. Someone's just pecking the ground.
I will put it away.
I love that you had to return the gold to your inventory like 2 times. That is hilarious.
Catch balls are so fetch.
All right. We'll go to next.
Fetch pole.
Oh, no.
are we prepared to calibrate the Mimir?
I am.
Yeah, I know all about this place.
Yes. Is as ready as I'll ever be, I think.
To the gate.
Yeah.
Is there still a storm around the gate?
The
believe it's
Maelstrom
ever-present.
still goes. Yeah, it's ever present, but the war worms are not there. You've solved the problem. And you set sail with dad joke courier. So you are able to. It's a rather easy journey since you've done so much to tune the Mimir. So it glows bright as it becomes one with the maelstrom. It's green and blue, and the whole area, all of Glorium, glows as well as it's ready to record each of your impressions.
I haven't been here long, so I don't mind going first. You would think a place like Glorium might run into trouble with people competing and vying for glory, but all I've seen is that people just like the adventure, and even if you beat them, they love you, and they buy you drinks, and they give you kisses. All in all, it seems like a really great place. It seems like people enjoy helping, and even if it's a little selfish, I mean, at the end of the day, something good came out of it, and that's not half bad.
To go next.
I can. Simone will approach. This place isn't as cruel as some of the other places that we've been. I don't really mind it here. There's been a lot of interesting things to happen. I don't think the people here are inherently bad. The only thing is, I lost another set of friends here. So that I will not forgive or forget. But I don't think that this place is at fault for what happened. It's just another place that's gonna hold some memories for me, no matter how temporary those memories may be. This place is quite beautiful, and there's a lot that we learned. I lost my eye, but I gained some vision into ways to help us. So I'm hoping that it was worth it. And I hope that wherever we go next, we don't have as severe consequences like we have in some of the other places. So overall, this place gets a 9 out of 10. And then she'll step back.
You can go.
Okay. Alistair will step forward and just think for a moment. My understanding is that all sentient beings tell stories. And I think most dream. And sometimes those stories are dreams. Dreams of a better place, better life, or high adventure. And Glorium feels like it's those dreams made manifest. That dream of glory, but also just a dream of acceptance. A dream of joy for your accomplishments. And it feels like even if others outside may think that certain accomplishments are not as important, I feel like in Glorium all accomplishments can be. It's nice, it's refreshing to see a place that celebrates like that. And I think in doing so, it encourages those here to strive for more. And I think that can have a dark side, but I'm not so sure in Glorium they focus on that. It is certainly a land of myth and adventure, and that has been illuminating. And he'll step back.
Glorium truly lives up to its name. Here, there is always the constant pursuit for glory, for adventure, for the thrill of the next great kill. And there's the immortalization of those who have fallen beside us through spoken word and great deeds. And perhaps that is true, that can be truly said what can make somebody immortal, that their name lives on forever. Their deeds, their battles. And I can't wait to see what the next great adventure has in store for us. And Silver steps away.
Very good.
Kelly walks up. I don't really know where Glorium begins and where everything else ends. But what I do know is I was in the water and I came here, and I came here to help and to fight a dragon. Everything else here is very strange. I'm told I died. I'm told I was a pick-me. I don't know what that means. Ultimately, I feel like this is my family away from family. And maybe I learned that here. I don't think this is very useful, but that's what I know. And one day I will return to the sea. and leave this place again for a time. But until then, I hope to learn from the people here. And I guess that's all I can say. I like the shrimp and the crabs. And the people were nice. And then she'll step away.
W.
W will stand up. This city celebrates personal excellence. At least for those who return to celebrate their success. I remember. And I will continue to remember. For the ones who don't come back. Hopefully, we'll all remember. Each other, at least.
Okay. And the light returns, and the mirror chimes softly. Dun, 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 dun. As it has your impressions.
Do we still stand in line?
We try to avoid it.
Where's our flying house?
I believe it is walking just outside of town.
I can't wait to see it again.
We have recently installed a pool.
Really?
This seems relevant.
Is it salt water?
It can be.
Oh, good. In that case, I'll bring some stuff from the sea with us. Just handfuls of coral and the reef.
Should we set up a separate wardrobe for the smaller garments?
I think so. Just in
Small.
case.
It would be unfortunate in return without your home.
Or your panties.
What are we talking about?
Clean underwear is very important, Kelly.
Well, I understand that, but I don't. I'm just going to pretend like I
Personally, I
understand.
don't want to wear anyone else's underwear.
Oh, I see. I see. Yes, we should bring clothing.
Happens to your underwear when you turn into a mermaid?
Well,
Great question.
it's a funny story as I walk off out of audio.
3 seashells, you say?
Oh, wow.
To the castle.
Then we head back to our house. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So the ever important. Where are you trying to make it go next? You have Excelsior and Cursed.
Come on, can we just get Cursed out of the way?
I feel like Cursed is going to be such a friendly place, though. Like, I think it's just.
We should do curse. Save curse for last, you guys.
Cursed is the worst.
No, we should do curse now. Get it out of the way.
I'm fine with Cursed.
Sure.
That's where they eat fairy bones, pixie bones.
Cool.
Sorry.
I've never eaten them. I'm sure they're wonderful.
Simone, too soon.
Also,
I'm fine with whatever. If the group wants to go to Curse, we have to go to both eventually, I assume. So,
yes. Simone, I'm curious if you're anything like me. Do you get weirded out when people eat birds?
Well, I've eaten my own fair share of birds, so I don't think so. No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because
But I
I'm
am
kind
like
of the,
you.
Well, I'm the same way. Like I like eating fish. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Maybe we should make a fish and chicken sandwich.
That sounds interesting.
You could call it chicken of the sea.
Oh my gosh.
Horrible.
I do not consume smaller, simpler robots.
Don't knock it till
Maybe
you
you
try
should
it.
Try it.
The fact that you both are suggesting it is a good indication that I should avoid it.
Drat.
Oh, Simone, by the way, that I'll take out like a hand of dirt and just swallow it.
You're part of the club now.
It doesn't taste half bad.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's good for your digestion.
You guys are freaks.
That's really mean to call a mermaid that. It's very offensive, Nathan. Bad,
Sorry.
Nathan.
I'm so sorry.
She eats smaller, simpler elves.
I heard a rumor that you did last night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So as everything engages in Zerathaia's, all right, new ones again. I am just getting used to it.
Hi again.
that makes one of us.
I remember
I'm still
you.
the same.
We saved you.
This is true.
It's good to see you again. We'll need to replace the pool with seawater, please.
Oh, but this fine, I can get that going.
Thank you. I'll just sleep in there for now.
Renee comes running and goes, "Kill it!" Oh, what happened, Simone?
Well, many things. But the important thing is that we are still here. And we're all still friends, even if we look different.
What's your name?
Renee?
Well, it's nice to meet you, Renee. If we were friends, I'm sure we'll be friends again.
Oh, is this actually the first time you've met me?
No, wait, are you you're the dragon?
I'm a dragon.
Oh, wow. No, this isn't the first time we've met. I just remember you when you were older.
Oh, they were saying something weird like that too.
Well, I would happily be your friend. And as I cover up the dragon tooth on my necklace.
Anyone else see this fly that keeps buzzing around?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, that's what?
Yeah.
Wait,
He is
stay
a
still. I'm gonna
member
get
of
it.
Imperfect.
Like that just like realizes, oh shoot, and she just swats it.
No, I would parry.
Oh,
We knew
ah!
him.
I thought for sure the one since this one
Oh.
has changed, we could kill it. Right?
Jeez.
What? You're a glitch. I'm tired.
No, I am fine with you killing a fly. I just don't know what's going on.
I quickly
You
leap
tried to
out.
live with a fly for 10 years, huh?
I see it. I see it in Matt's camera. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
I leap out and I capture it in my hands gently.
The previous Kelly Kellifern, the fly was her companion. So,
Was that the baby that Silver takes care of now?
no, those are small felines.
Do I-
Technically, they're kind of big now. They're over a year
They're getting
old.
large. Yeah, they're getting larger.
So do
Used
I
to be
just
small, larger.
leave random babies all the time?
I'm
That's been my going hypothesis. Yes.
gonna click my tongue and I'm going to call A, B, and C, and they're all the three kitties are gonna come running.
I'm gonna
This is
cast
A,
speak
this is
to animals.
B, and this is C.
Hello.
They're monstrosities.
Oh, that's right. But she doesn't know that. Wow, they don't speak, do
No,
they?
I let the beast go last time. I remember now. So it was, oh, hello. You look similar, but you smell bad.
Oh. Well, that's nice of you.
Ugh. This one stinks.
Okay. People of the land are very
Gross.
judgmental.
Wow.
It's
Mm.
because
But
she
my-
likes to sleep in salt water, but that's okay.
My sister says though you don't look as appetizing as the last one.
Oh. Yes. Oh, just so you know, please don't go into the pool late at night. I would hate for something to happen.
They run away.
I was trying to help. I wasn't.
What did you say to them?
I was just trying to be nice. I didn't want them to die.
Did you treat them like Nayland?
What do you mean? I'm nice to Nayland.
Sometimes.
All I
I'm
said
glad
was,
everybody knows. I'm glad everybody sees.
yeah. Oh, yes. Please make sure you don't go into the pool late at night.
What happens in the pool?
I mean, I might be sleep swimming.
What happens when you sleep swim?
Sometimes I get hungry.
You know, I've heard of that. People who like sleepwalk, they end up with their head in the fridge, just eating nonsense.
Exactly. Same thing.
Yeah.
So staying out of the pool is like removing your head from the fridge.
Yeah, basically. I mean, as long as you stay out, it's not a problem. I just wanted to make sure that, that we were all being smart. I didn't want someone to get hurt. Why are you all looking at me like that? I'm trying to save your lives.
Should we be putting scraps in your pool at night?
Oh no, I can bring stuff with me. I just, sometimes if you splash in the water, it can be like a signal there's a fish, and then I'm not even thinking. I'm like, oh, there's a fish. Time to eat.
It's starting to sound eerily similar to when we had Tamagotchi around.
I'm telling you, I think Tamagotchi and I melded.
Interesting.
You are now solely responsible for the maintenance of the pool.
That's fine. I think that's a very smart idea.
We'll turn over the large net for skimming on the top and the little visor. That goes with.
What's this for?
You wear this while you remove debris from the pool.
Oh, I'll just eat it.
An acceptable solution.
I'm very clean. Stop looking at me like this.
PW, do you still have that symbol you found on the scale?
Compartment on PW's bicep will slide out, pull the emblem out. Do you mean this one?
Yes, yes. If we have
then no, he will start putting it back in.
Okay.
Take it back out.
All right. Oh, yes. Prank.
Ha,
You know what those are.
I take it you're going to research it in the library.
Yeah. If we have downtime, that's one of the things that Alistair is going to do. Just go try to figure out what it is.
You got it. And Zethra will come to you all as you are figuring your things out. Because I do have a question. Is there any other goals that you have decided to pick up, things you're interested in? There are many things in the Outlands that we might be able to navigate towards on our way.
Yeah. Do you remember when we stopped at the the monastery?
Indeed.
Well, there was that renegade giant, Brinskarda. Xena asked us to try to track her down. But she also said that because of the way the Outlands work, we'd eventually kind of just run into her.
This is true. It is strange the way this place is. At least strange. We could see if they have heard of her near Morden's Anvil.
Moradin's Anvil. What is that place like?
It's a city, spireward from here. And 3 gods rule over it. But they produce some of the best armor and weapons in the Outlands.
Hence Anvil.
And they make rather good ale.
Silver kind of gets like the look on her face.
I'm fine with going anywhere. I just want to rest.
We did tell the monastery we would take care of that, so it feels like something we should endeavor to do. And yes, are we still in agreement with that? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I remember we found evidence of. At least I remember seeing evidence of my elf life somewhere in that. I wouldn't mind understanding more about that and seeing if we can unlock other memories for people.
That is potentially a good idea. I would, just because of certain revelations we've just had, I didn't know. There seems to be a place where all sorts of different gods and deific folks are. I would be interested if there's any place where there's perhaps, I don't know what this would even be, but a god of reincarnation. Or at least a place associated with that. I wonder if we might find insights from a place such as that.
You speak of Uk'otoa.
I am unfamiliar with this.
He's god of the ocean or something.
Ah, okay.
A lot of the pirates I remember always talked about him.
Yes, he is quite kind and benevolent.
I feel like that goes against most mythologies I am aware of when it comes to sea deities.
Well, how many of those books were written by people from the sea?
He keeps his eyes go wide for a moment. I'm not sure, actually. Some of them were in the restricted wing of the library.
You should see what they write about the land down there.
Aelin kind of like makes her eyes go wide and whistles to the side and leans over to Kelly and goes, "Wow, kind of racist. I bet Alistair says freak too."
I could introduce you to them, but it would be... I don't know where they would be in this world of planes. This Planescape.
It's just a thought. If there was anyone in the outlines familiar with that particular philosophy or particular idea of reincarnation, that it would be insightful to.
I agree, actually.
learn some.
I don't know enough about religion to answer that myself, but I'm sure we can find it in the right library.
I wonder if we might have some luck with that. Do you remember when we were back in Sigil and they said under the city was where all of the, alternate schools of thought were?
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should have investigated that further. Now would be a good time. Plus, we need to go get some upgrades to our armor, if you will. I just realized as we were fighting that dragon that I am not the best I can be.
You are covered in seashells.
Well, what's wrong with that?
They do not appear to be very durable.
Well, it sounds like there's a place we can go for armor and weapons. Plus, we have the monastery. Maybe looking into Sigil for the alternate trains of thought. Should we do these in order of distance? I don't even know how distance is measured here.
Poorly.
I say we help that person you said we owed a favor. Xena?
Yeah. She was
She's-
a warrior princess.
She should still be here.
Yeah, she's running
She
something.
works for
Yeah.
us.
She hitched a ride, more like.
Well, even more reason to then if she's part of the family.
Yes.
I would also appreciate seeing advanced blacksmithing, as you had described, Alistair.
So where to first?
Bed.
All right. So I want to get this straight. So we wanted to get a reincarnation deity,
Mm-hmm.
and we are interested in Morden's anvil. And what else? Library of what?
Tracking down Brinskarda, who kidnapped Felden the Forger.
Mm-hmm.
from the monastery, from Fireside Monastery.
Anything else?
Maybe if there's, I don't know, like we haven't heard of like a place where they teach magics, have we? Like a university style.
Hogwarts. That's like,
I mean, not necessarily by that thing, but if you wanted to, if you're trying to find more of that, like there's a lot of the learning stuff in Sigil.
I think this particular Kelly would be interested in just trying to find as much as possible about other possible worlds out there. Like this one in particular would love to know if there's a sea world, not a sea world, but like a ocean.
We go to an amusement park.
No, and or things of the nature of natural magic.
the only inhabitant listed is one Kevin Costner.
And I think upon like looking at some of the notes of the like Kellefern, she might also look into what she was interested in, which is some type of magic that attracts tiny flying humanoids. Because she seemed to be obsessed with finding out her true origin.
Are you reading her tiny diaries? Is that the...
Oh yeah, it would be super tiny. But I guess she'll have to just become a small animal to read it. And also the stuff like the yellow hunger and the other Kelly could not read or write, so not many notes on her. But she did have a book of poetry that she still has.
Absolutely. So, in the library, you are able to find information about a thing known as the Infinite Staircase.
Sounds cool.
Sounds scary.
It's supposed to connect every world and plane to each other, and it exists within Sigil.
Oh yeah, we heard about something like that, didn't we? Like, or I'm remembering wrong. Maybe it was a ladder.
Is it different than the tree?
It was the world tree.
World tree, which is basically where you just came from.
Yeah.
In Yggdrasil. Sorry, in Ysgard. It is Yggdrasil, which is the world tree.
Well, does Simone's eye work outside of Ysgard now? I thought that was that.
It works where distance is finite.
Ah, got it.
I did get, and I don't know, I have not going to have any idea. This is completely up to Matt how this works, but during that 1 year, Alistair became proficient in navigation tools for the Outlands.
Right.
Which was going to have some ability to allow him to at least vaguely navigate how some of this stuff fits together.
Yeah.
Simone's background is also an outlander, so anywhere that I've been, I kind of know things, but that's all I know. It's not like explicit, so there's that.
Yeah, but that's sort of as far as like worlds and those. That would be some information you already have. So, Alistair, you wanted to make sure you had a chance to research that thing.
Yep. Yeah, and finding out about the Infinite Staircase would also interest Alistair a lot, along with he's not sure if it's reincarnation or multiple universes he's trying. So either of those subjects he's interested in going to places about. But yeah, he wanted to know about the symbol, if he could find anything.
Yeah. That is known as, you see the listing, as you look through the time and able to do this through some of the time you were here, called Oli Damara. Known as the Laughing Rogue. A god of rogues and trickery.
Any sense of a particular, for lack of a better word, like pantheon that's from?
You do know that he generally has been from Yisgard.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
Cool. Cool.
We could go back and look for it.
No, it's worth knowing who might be annoyed at Simone at the moment, that's all. And annoyed at us for evidently slaying a devout Fowler.
Well, weren't they attacking you? I mean, I didn't see the beginning of the fight, but...
I wasn't fully awake for the beginning of the fight either, so I'm not 100% certain. I just know that all of a sudden we were fighting.
Does this library have stuff on any sea gods, out of curiosity?
We just have things of all types of gods and such things.
Because if so, Kelly would want to try to sneakily omit anything that does not agree with what she thinks.
She wants to do what to it?
If there's anything that speaks negatively of sea gods, she would like to try to ink that out.
Okay. Stealth check.
Censorship.
16.
I'd say at some point after you've blacked out half of one of the Sea Goddess books from front to cover, because all of it's negative.
Jeez.
Right around when it's talking about Sidon, who has children with his sister, and all these things. Who's the goddess of death, and how he likes to kidnap babies.
Kick puppies.
And wishes all mortals to die. Horrible deaths. Thara smacks you across the face. How dare you!
This is not right.
Then write a commentary in the margins.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so and have to hit me?
You didn't have to black out pages instead of asking.
Sorry.
Then I'm sorry I hit you. Now stop it.
Okay.
Okay.
Start writing in the margins.
Much better. And then she looks, wait a minute. As she waves her hand and the blackouts disappear. Good, it's still fresh.
It would just be nice if there was better books on this topic.
Then the right one. She puts a big empty tome in front of you.
Okay.
I will include it as Kelly's commentary on sea gods. We shall call it nonsense.
Okay, that's not right. I mean,
I'm joking. What, y'all can have jokes and I cannot have
no,
them?
I mean, I just feel a lot of tension in the room, and I was just trying to correct some problems here. So I will write the book, and we will put it on the shelf.
Excuse me, some of us are trying to do research, and if this is a library, could you please take the argument elsewhere?
I throw the other book at him.
Invisible mage hand grabs it out of the air and puts it down and adds it to his stack to read.
Yes, I agree, PW.
Tidal wave. No. No.
All right, then in that case, we get to Bastion actions. This is going to be at least 4 weeks. So you can look those up.
And
PW.
Sorry. Just to be clear, we all decided we're heading to the Moradin Zanvil. Just so I know where we're heading to, or maybe it doesn't matter yet.
I did think that was what we were doing.
Yeah, I think that's what
Me as well.
Okay, cool. Bastion, there it is.
So how many points is that? Or we roll for the points.
Yep.
So I roll 4d4?
Because you get the points when you do the actions.
Yes.
Oh.
It tells you what to do with that.
I think I did that wrong.
No, you're right. You roll for them.
No.
Yeah, you do roll for them, yeah.
No, yeah, but I didn't know I was supposed to take actions to get the points. I've just been rolling for them.
Yeah, at any rate, as long as you're doing the thing. So I know you've been doing actions, so
The Bastion action. It's whatever your. Do you have the storehouse?
Yeah. And I think I was saving because there wasn't anything I could do with my current points.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
the actions don't cost points.
Okay.
PW is spending some time in the library to research how to get coral to grow in the shape of a trident for purposes of working on additional gear for Gilly.
Perfect.
So would I just add 4d4 to what I have? Is that
I think it
'cause I'm
depends
having
on the thing.
okay? I'm looking at it. I just
You said it was 4 weeks, Matt?
Yes.
So
I
that means
feel
that you
real-
can have 4 Bastion actions because your thing is 7 days, Jackie.
Oh, I have more than that. But I because I
Well,
haven't.
so the actions don't stack. Like you have it to do that time, but I mean, I guess we could go back. But generally, you don't save them.
Oh,
Do them at the time or not. But that's fine. So okay. So Bastion turn occurs every 7 days.
I feel a little sad, you guys, because I don't know where my paper for all of the names of all of the characters,
no.
or like the little
Our staff roster.
our staff roster. I had all of their names written out. I know the first 2 were like a married couple, and then like the next 3 were like a group of adventurers that kind of like lost and we just picked them up, and one of them had a really weird name and had no teeth. But we get 2 more, you guys.
So if I understand this right, we can harvest the garden.
Yes.
But I could also hire someone to be there. But also, how do we level up our Bastion thing? That's what I'm confused about too.
yeah. I'm also having some problems.
So you mean like when you get the next because
Yeah.
the Bastions don't level, like the areas don't level necessarily.
So the greenhouse says that it's level 9 of a garden, basically.
So when you get level 9, you can get that type of garden. When you're
like
level
our
9.
character level. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Sweet. Well then, I would just be harvesting my garden, which means because it's a poison garden is what we had said. So I would be getting a bunch of antitoxins and also basic poisons.
So Kelly, yeah, whenever you order a trade, you get 1d4 bastion points from your store.
Okay. So that's what I haven't been doing. I've been doing this completely wrong.
So whatever you need to do to kind of get you there, like I'm totally good with you. I don't want you to lose your points. So I want you to get what you need.
So remember, we had the year of 52 actions.
Jeez.
That was
But
the year I
okay,
made
but
all
it
the
doesn't
calls.
have anything on here. Like it says for store, I can like oh, and now I've lost it again. There it is. Yeah, it's just got like one little thing on here.
Right. Because that's what you picked. So that's what it does. So basically, it gets 500 GP, and then when it trades for, so basically it trades for 10% more.
So on the first week you spend 500 gold P or gold, and then you can on the next week earn back 500 gold plus 10%.
Yeah, so 550. And then you get 500 more, and then you get another 550. So ultimately every week you get 50 gold.
Okay.
So that's what you get. You get flat 50 gold a week, basically.
Okay. So I need to. Okay, hold on. Let me see. 12 times 5. That's 2.
Got a little passive gold.
Also, Kelly, what type of weapon did you want?
Oh, I've got. So I have a magic weapon, but it doesn't have any pluses to it. So I was just trying to get like a plus value to it.
Gotcha. So I can do +1.
Yeah. Okay, so I would just do everything times 50, and that would give me how much gold I get in return. And that's by spending the point. And then when I roll it, the points themselves...
They just accumulate.
You don't
So
spend
they're
the
just
bastion points yet.
Currency.
They're just there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to issue your order every week, and that gives you the 50 gold, and it accumulates bastion points.
And what are these bastion points for exactly? That's confusing.
We have not yet spent them on anything, but there's like a
Okay.
list earlier in the
Yes.
packet of things we can
Yeah,
do with our
it's-
bastion points, but we need a lot of them to do stuff.
Okay. Okay.
The basic thing you can do is you can get magic items, but it takes 20 to get a common, 70 to get an uncommon, and we're not high enough level to get anything beyond that.
Correct.
So
But at level 9 and you're level 8, you
Mhm.
could get rares worth
You get
250
rares.
bastion
Yep.
points.
So Matt, so since I've got the library, it basically just lets me get information. So this is the kind of thing I can tell you the 4 topics he'd research, and you can send me the 3 facts for each later.
Yeah.
Unless there's something you think would be useful right now. I can tell you now, and I'll also DM you what the 4 of them are. But he's going to research Uk'otoa at this point because Kelly keeps mentioning it. So he's going to research Uk'otoa. He wants to research types of immortality. So you can interpret that however you want. And then he wants to research fighting styles that incorporate dance, trying to figure out something about Adric. And the last one would be the Infinite Staircase. And sort of, the Infinite Staircase in particular, how does it relate to, he knows it goes between planes, but like, how best to say it, like alternative universes, alternative versions of the same universe. He's, no idea if any of these will lead anywhere, but that's what he would 100% be researching.
Okay, so Okuto, Infinite Staircase, dance fighting styles, and what else?
Types of immortality.
Types of immortality, thank you.
Since it seems we're immortal to an extent.
Yes, you do quickly find something necrodancing, a interesting form of necromancy. And all these things related to the power of dance to raise the dead. It's thrilling.
I'm gonna have to ask Simone if Adric had the ability to raise the dead.
He could only raise the roof.
That sounds like intense telekinesis.
So our new hires are Crow and Frolnir. They are warriors from Glorium who want to travel, who are basically groupies.
So so the points, is it 1 point per roll, or is it whatever the total of the roll is?
Total of the roll. So the one you get 1d4. So you roll the 1d4, you get that many points.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else people are doing with their stuff?
Thematically, PW used the dragon bones to reinforce your coral spear, so now it's got like dragony sheen.
Oh my gotcha. You could use those facilities as you want to try to craft said thing.
I was taking it as the masterwork to +1 bastion action.
Okay.
It takes 3 weeks, but
Nalen's converted the crystal garden into a flower garden and has sold, maybe from the storeroom, I don't know how that works, but she's sold some beautiful bouquets of flowers.
Nice. Very cool. Did you see the dragon bone weapon I put in there, PW?
I did not.
Okay. It's in handouts. It's 4 picks I put there.
Ooh, yep, found it. Reading it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I just make a dragon bone trident.
Since you have the elements to it, I would say, yeah, you can. You have the special ability to do that.
So I would do that.
All right, so you're done with your dragon bones. It's gone. They are now a trident.
I'll spend my time practicing tridents with Kelly then.
Nice. Okay, Nayland, what'd you have?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Were you saying something? I thought you were saying something before me. Were you
Oh,
about
just
to
that I
say
sold flowers. That's it.
Oh, you sowed flowers? Okay. So you've been selling things. Very good.
Training with Kelly, how much through of the proficiency could we have gotten? How long does it take to get proficiency in something?
It says in the downtime.
I'll check.
I think it's more than 2. It's at least 6, I think. Maybe it's more. Okay. So you have that. Anything else in this stuff?
I would say that Simone spends most of her time in her room, drawing and like taking notes and stuff, while also visiting Adric's grave every day, and working in the poison garden, of which I think has yielded quite a bit of poison, basic poison, I think, or yeah, antitoxins and whatnot. I think I got the math somewhat right. So if anyone else wants to carry some, I believe we have at least like, I want to say like 58 of each. Probably.
Clarifying, what do they do?
It's like a basic poison. I think you can like attach it to a weapon or try to poison someone.
Question I never thought I would formulate. Can you put poison on a psychic knife? That's the
I suppose I'll take it for my arrows in case I use my bow. It happens very rarely.
But I would also take some. I could use it for this fancy new trident.
Woohoo.
So what is it exactly in particular, like the item?
Let me go to the handout. Specifically, it is basic poison.
Okie dokie. Basic poison.
Yep.
I guess we have double the antitoxin. Hold on. So, hold on. I assumed 60 total Bastion actions since we've started. Because we had the year, like we said. So that would be 30 basic poisons and 60 antitoxins, because the antitoxins you get 2 and the poisons you get 1 when you harvest the plants. So we have a lot. I'll do the math later.
PW would go for 5 basic oil.
Perfect.
I will also take 5 basic poison I feel like that'll cover 15 arrows.
Okay.
I did not mean to take 5 thieves' tools. I meant to take 5 basic poisons.
You could poison your thieves' tools and see if you can hit the lock, from 2 directions.
I will be running drills every single day except for 1 day a week with our recruits. Every day is a different drill. One day it is punching things. Next day it's with swords. The day after that it is with throwing daggers / other weapons. Another day it is simply standing on your hands all day long.
Sorry, one more bit of clarification, Matt. Because I don't think I did this at the time. We had that full year. We were taking bastion actions. Is there like a set number of D4 you want us to roll for that?
Just because I rolled for it
for the full year. I don't know if I did because it was a full year, so I don't think I
did. Anybody do it?
Not me.
No.
I rolled for it.
Okay, so it has an alternative thing, so we're going to call that 12 because it says reduce it ultimately.
Gotcha.
That might be why I wrote down 12 bastion points.
That could be, yeah. Because it does say like change 7 days to like month or even 6 months when you're skipping a lot of time. Just because they're like, because it unbalances the thing.
So is that 3d4 then if it's 12? Is that how that works?
It would be 12d4.
12d4. Roll the 12d4.
Okay, so if we had 4 weeks, so that's 1d4?
Be 4 weeks would be 4, so 4d4.
Okay, so it's per week then.
It is per week, except when you take large swaths of time.
All right.
You modify it down. Basically.
Cool.
Okay. Perfect. So, another walking castle. A construct flies in the window during this time, and Zathara reads it gravely as it comes in and then explodes, and a scroll falls out. She reads the scroll as she has a dour look on her face. Huh.
What's wrong?
Another of the castles that we are not the only castle like this. We all have our own things. We try to stay out of each other's way, but they require aid. They're under attack. I know you have hirelings and people. We've made this a whole city. Can we dispatch them to help?
Sure.
It seems like the proper thing to do, especially if you have some form of understanding with the others. Then,
see, how many are you are you sending? So you got to choose who you're sending.
Well, we got 7 people total of hirelings.
Send them all. BW's vote.
Yeah, we could.
I will send Crow and Frolnir because they're new. They need to get their steps in. And then we'll send the unholy trio of Fang, Ajax, and Thumb.
So 5 total?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Since you made the decision, Silver, or have Patient, Nayland, Alistair, Kelly, and Nebs. Sorry, Simone. And go ahead and roll me a d6.
Dose.
3.
That's a 4.
3.
It's a 2.
Okay. Right. After about 2 weeks, they find you, reporting success. And tell you how they defeated these demon elephants called Malephants.
Demon elephants. Oh. Fascinating.
And they bring back 700 gold. To add to your coffers.
Oh yeah,
surprised.
we also had 5,000 gold from our mission where we saved the kid that I don't think we ever distributed.
I added it to mine, but
I do think I divided that, right? Am I crazy?
you did.
Did you?
It was like 833 a person or something like that.
Yeah, I had put it in loot, I think.
Let me double check. 'Cause I don't remember.
Yep. It's in loot.
Ooh, I even remember the number. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we cut you in, Alistair, even though briefly we joked about not cutting you in because you weren't there.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine with me, but honestly, that would actually be fine with me. But I don't want to set that precedent for anyone else who misses a session. Is the thing. Like, it's fine for me because,
Like, I am fighting for the others.
yeah. Well, I have a lot of gold because as a sorcerer, there's not a whole lot for me to be buying. So
I'd say we put the 700 directly into like the group fund.
yeah,
I want to pay them a bonus.
Then we'll give each of them what, 50? 50 sounds good, or 100?
Reasonable.
The split between them. I think 50 is good. And we also have like a big family style dinner to welcome them back.
Did they bring any elephant meat?
that's particularly spicy.
Yes.
As
All
if
right.
it were roasted in a pit of fire.
Amazing. Any other things along those lines?
How long are we traveling?
It says probably 4 weeks.
Okay.
I check on Simone to see if she's dead. Simone.
Meh. What? Hello?
Are you alive?
No. And then she'll roll over and go back to sleep.
I'm not sure what that means. I'll let the others know. And I close the door. I think Simone's dead.
You think she's dead?
Is she still breathing?
I don't know.
Did she tell you this?
Yes.
But she's
Then
not
she
dead.
is
I
not
think
dead.
she's just tired.
Her trickery knows no bounds.
Alistair is poring over the tomes about Ukatoa and ignoring everything that Kelly has written in the margins.
Oh no, I got a whole book I'm making you read. I'm just gonna read it to you.
I mean, I like fiction as well. It's fine.
It's not fiction, Alistair.
Fun. Alrighty. In that case, we will end for tonight and come back to destinations next week. And we will see what we get into. If we're watching, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.